I did a video earlier this year about how I've been seeing an increase in divorces in 2022. And I also mentioned in that video that I've seen a rise in adultery in 2022, like I've never seen before.
Bruh.
This is not surprising because there are so many ways you can meet people. There are so many apps and so many women are trying to make money on OnlyFans. It's not going to get better anytime soon.
So I posed the question, what is the reason why people are getting divorced at this rate? And so I looked at my cases and it made me curious about just what I've seen over the course of my career. And I boiled it down to 6 reasons why I see people get divorced. And if you're thinking adultery is one of them, you're wrong. Adultery is a symptom of a bad marriage. It's a way that people either try to escape it or get therapy for it. I don't know. But adultery is not listed on my reasons why people get divorced.
This one took me by surprise because once your wife cheats on you, that marriage is over. It's not going to be the same. It's done. It'll never be the same. That being said, she did make a good point about it.
So here they are in no particular order, and I'll probably have to do 2 parts to this. Number 1 is abuse. That's an easy one. Substance abuse, drug abuse, physical abuse. Even lots of people mention feeling emotional abuse, mental abuse in their marriage, even financial abuse. I've heard a lot. Those marriages are going to fail at some point. They tend to last a lot longer than they should. If you know anything about the cycle of abuse, if you're in one of those marriages, I did a video earlier on my page about how to get out. So check that out if you need help or advice about getting out of an abusive situation. But those are very common and an obvious reason why marriages fail.
This is my advice to you guys. Do not put your hands on women. Just walk away. I don't care what she did. Just leave. It's not worth it. When it comes to mental and emotional, I don't know about those 2. I'm going to give you an example. Can I go to dinner with my ex? No. And this is what modern women consider mental and emotional abuse.
The second reason why I see people get divorced is finances. Maybe I've seen a rise in people not filing taxes over very long periods of time, bad business dealings, bankruptcy, people just accumulating a ton of debt, refinancing it and refinancing it, and it's just a house of cards. And at some point, somebody flicks one and they all fall. Those divorces are very messy. They tend to be very long-term marriages. Everybody will be pointing the finger at the other saying all this debt is your fault. Usually they both knew about it and helped accumulate it. So those divorces end up being pretty messy because the only thing to divide is debt. So, and they can be pretty expensive and pretty shady as well to try to dig through that financial mess.
This one might be the number 1 reason, and I've seen this myself. If you're not doing as good as you did financially, 7 out of 10 times your wife's gonna leave you.
The third one I will call rebound marriages. Marriages where people don't know what to do when they get divorced, and so they immediately hop into a new relationship and a new marriage. Those are pretty short term.
But I just met my husband now very quickly after the divorce was finalized. There was an 18-month separation during that divorce process, but my husband and I just hit it off and we married within 2 months of meeting each other.
I see this mostly with people with children where they don't know how to parent alone, or maybe they miss having a family, and so they hop right into a new marriage and try to make a new family. The problem with that is they don't heal from their first divorce and they tend to repeat the same mistake. So go to part 2 for the last 3.
About 60 to 65% of second marriages are going to end in divorce. That's just the way it is. If she can't do it the first time, she can always do it the second time.
I'm 26 years old. I've been engaged 3 times, married twice, and divorced once. So yeah, my life is it's pretty much an absolute fucking mess at this point.